get things started. Ready? Go!
Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about the former Punisher writer Mike Baron blasting Marvel's new direction with the character, describing it as asinine. I got to speak with Baron about Marvel's new direction with the Punisher, as well as what his thoughts are on just exactly who the Punisher is. So just to provide you some context, announced back in December, Jason Aaron alongside artist Jesus Saez and Paul Azaceta will launch a new 13-issue Punisher series that will be told in two parts. The first taking part in Castle's present day, and the other depicting Castle's past through flashbacks. Marvel described the series, stating, quote, "As the Punisher, Frank Castle has become the most accomplished killer the world has ever seen. After a shocking secret pushes him to become the warlord of the Hand, he now serves the Beast, a role he's been fated to fulfill." Marvel adds, "Tragedy, war, and rage come together as he takes up his sword and his new armor with the most notorious clan of assassins in the Marvel Universe. Will it mean an end for the Punisher or a whole new beginning?" Jason Aaron also provided details about the series. He said, "After writing the Punisher over the years, I've always been fascinated by the character of Frank Castle. What moments made him the Punisher, even before that fateful day in the park? And how far will he go to win the war that has consumed his life? Spoiler, as far as it damn well takes. The story is the destined next step in the dark and tragic evolution of Frank Castle, from troubled kid to heroic soldier to revenge-driven vigilante to the duly anointed king of killers. Believe me when I say I'm as excited about this story as anything I've ever written for Marvel." Speaking of Bounding into Comics, Baron described this new direction as asinine. He added, "The Punisher functions best as a loner in the real world without secret societies, superheroes, science fiction, fifth dimensions, or robots." As for the change in the Punisher's logo, Baron says, "In the logo, why mess with success? Short, sweet, and to the point." Indeed, why mess with success? Why change the logo at all? Only the idiots at Marvel know. Baron would also address Jerry Conway's claim that the iconic Punisher logo is a symbol of lawless police oppression. He told me, "I don't know why he would say that. Frank stands for justice. Of course he delivers justice outside the law, but at least during the 80s and 90s when Chuck and I were writing him, he only punished the guilty. We have seen the results of the defund the police movement. Crime has skyrocketed in every blue city that has defunded the police. Cops and military who adopt the Punisher symbol do so because they understand it means standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves." Next, Baron told us about what is at the core of the Punisher's character and what drives him. He explained, "Frank is an obsessed, guilt-ridden Catholic. He holds himself responsible for the death of his family, but he's not so self-absorbed to wallow in guilt for the rest of his life. He takes action to ensure what happened to him won't happen to others. Once he gets started, he realizes why stop there. Society is rife with criminals who escape punishment. He sees it almost as a holy calling, and every week he goes to Mass when he can, and he takes confession." So I found this really interesting that the Punisher, who is constantly killing people, would go to confession. So I asked Mike Baron what Frank confesses at the Sacrament of Penance. And he told me he confesses to killing people. There's a lot of Old Testament in him, both thou shalt not kill and an eye for an eye. Well, if you don't know, in the Catholic faith, the Sacrament of Penance requires one to show contrition or the expression of sorrow for sin. Contrition, as defined by the Council of Trent, is heartfelt sorrow and aversion for the sin committed, along with the intention of sinning no more. Given this definition, I asked if Castle is truly sorrowful for his actions, and if he believes in the firm purpose of amendment. Baron told me he would like to, but he can't. This is Frank's curse that he knows he can never stop, and prays the Lord will have mercy on him anyway. Finally, Baron told me what he would do if he was given the chance to write the Punisher again. He said, "I would continue to write him as I did during the first 3 years, as a straight crime comic. We all know where the Punisher would be right now, on the southern border, dealing with coyotes, snakeheads, terrorists, and child molesters pouring across the giant invitation mat laid out by the present administration. I have always wanted to send him after crooked politicians as well. Can you imagine the fury that would ignite? Can you imagine criminals patterned after members of the current administration, or people who have been in Congress for 30 years and have only managed to line their own pockets? Well, I can, and I'm working on a new title with Jared Cassell that will do exactly that." So Mike Baron is making it clear that he does not like Marvel's current direction. He does not like Jerry Conway's opinion about the Punisher. And while Jerry Conway is busy trying to reclaim the Punisher's logo and Marvel is abandoning the character's core nature, Mike Baron is creating a character in the vein of the Punisher to tell thrilling crime stories, just like he did back in the 80s when he was writing the Punisher for Marvel Comics. Let me know what you thought of Mike Baron's comments about the Punisher. Are you interested in this new story he's working on with Jerry Cassell? My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.